Well, I thought coming out of the last game against Chicago, I thought our guys really responded really well. I thought our energy defensively was really good. I thought the first half we played extremely well on both ends of the floor, both offensively and defensively. I think the third quarter as a whole was not a great quarter for us. And then we got back, I thought, to defending at a much, much higher level in the fourth quarter. I think there was a lot of different things that impacted the game. I thought the minutes we got from Nick tonight was tremendous, for a guy that's been in the league as long as he has. I mean, I've got great respect, appreciation just for his ability to just keep himself ready all the time. I thought that was big. I thought we got great minutes from Joffrey tonight. It was good to see him play as well as he did. I'd say we got really good minutes from Cameron. Steven, defensively, I thought did a great job on Gasol, even though Gasol scored. I think he really tried to make it very, very difficult on him. And, Anthony Morrow, just, the fact that, last game against Chicago really struggled shooting the ball. I thought we got really great minutes out of him. He shot the ball well, and then obviously I thought Russell's leadership, his determination, just the way he played from start to finish. I thought he did a great job controlling the game in the first half. He took 6 shots. We shot 50% from the field. He was really efficient. He was getting everybody else involved. And then I thought the times that he picked to go score and try to make some things happen when our team needed it was, invaluable. But I thought, just from start to finish, the way he played the game was tremendous, and the impact he had on our guys on the bench and his leadership was really, really good too. So I think there's a lot of things hopefully we can build off of coming out of a game like this, considering, 2 days ago, sitting up here, was disappointed in our effort and the way we played on both ends of the floor, and I give our guys a lot of credit for the way they came back and responded. Playing against a Memphis team, it's a really, really good team. I mean, they're physical, they're tough, they've got a lot of veteran experienced guys, and, it was good to see our guys respond the way they did.
Billy, what did you see in particular from Cameron that made such a good game for him? I mean, just from my viewpoint, he played some of the best defense he's played probably as a professional.
Well, it's like I said before the game, I think Cameron with that second unit, just he's been great in terms of just communicating with me and trying to give him things to run offensively, package-wise, and trying to differentiate, okay, when do I pass, when do I shoot, when do I drive. I thought he was really good. He seemed to be back to himself and a little bit more comfortable tonight. I thought his minutes in the first half were really good. He played really, really well. I know we didn't have like a great offensive second half, but his presence out there I thought was really, really positive. I thought the third quarter we struggled, and then we didn't close the quarter very, very well. And I tried to put the ball in Cam's hands there at the end because I felt like when the ball got out of his hands, we didn't really have a lot of playmakers on the floor. And he, I thought, did a good job generating offense for himself to close the quarter out.
Coach, obviously Russ scored in that flurry, but the most impressive play, it seemed to me, was the steal kind of in that chaotic moment on the outlet pass. What did you see on that play, and what allows Russ to make those types of plays?
This is what I'm saying. Like, you don't get a chance. People don't get a chance. They write so much about his triple doubles, his numbers, his stats, his minutes, his usage, and all that other stuff. And I really think people really miss it. They really, really miss it. Those things are remarkable and they're incredible. And I'm not like undervaluing what he's done statistically. But it's the constant awareness of what's going on in the game. It's surveying things. It's recognizing what's going on. I had a perfect view because I could see, like, right when the ball, they got possession, he turned and I was watching him, and he was just kind of like slowly going back, just waiting to see if the guy was going to pass it, and obviously, injected his speed into it and made a great play. But just the awareness that he has during the course of the game of what's going on out there, what's going on with our team, who's in the game, knowing personnel. Like, he's just got great awareness there. And there's a lot of things that he does, in my opinion, that don't show up in a stat sheet. And I get the stats are remarkable, but there's so much more to him as a leader and as a player, in my opinion, just having a chance to be around him and work with him every day.
Billy, after the kind of flat performance that you had on Wednesday against the Bulls, I know that it's a long season and every game is its own thing, but did it feel like you guys kind of needed this one, or at least just needed a performance and play well?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know, you go into the game and coming down the stretch the last 4 minutes, it's anybody's game, so you don't know how it's going to turn out. I was really pleased with the way we played tonight. I felt like today in shoot-around, I give our guys credit. We got really good guys. We got guys that I think want to win, and they want to do the right things, and they want to invest what's necessary. Like, we had a really good shoot-around today. I thought we were focused. I thought we were lively. I think our guys understood, coming out of the Chicago game, we didn't play with the energy that was necessary. We didn't defend like we needed to defend. And with some of the challenges we've had offensively, we can't compete at a high level if we don't play with energy and we don't defend. It's just really difficult. And, watching film this morning from the Chicago game and showing them, the breakdowns and just the way we looked, I think we have a locker room full of prideful guys that understood that, that's not who we want to be. It's who we were the other night. And I felt like we were going to come out and play with great effort. I didn't know what the result would be, but I felt like we'd come out with great effort because of the character in the locker room. And I think to your point, you don't know what the result is. You want it. I thought we competed well. If we didn't win the game, it probably would have been, what happened in the third quarter. The third quarter wasn't great, but I wasn't disappointed at the third quarter, at the end of the third quarter. I was more disappointed the way we came out of the locker room to start the third. That was the problem. They went on a 6-0 run, the 10-point lead was down to 4, and then it's like a 1-2-point game, and then we didn't close the quarter well. That's where we got to keep getting better in terms of, okay, we played a great first half for us. I mean, we shot the ball well, we moved the ball, we had 14 assists, we were efficient on offense, we guarded really, really well, and we got an opportunity, a 10-point lead with the ball to start the third, to get off to a good start that first 4 minutes, and we didn't. And that's probably an area that we need to improve upon. But I thought our effort was great. I thought Nick, the dive by our bench, getting stitches, those things were really good. Russell's rebounding and some of the plays that he made, never mind the scoring, but the athletic plays and the physical plays that he made. I thought Steven and Joffrey and Nick up front battling Gasol and Randolph, physically banging the way they were. Our guys put it out there tonight. They played really, really hard. They tried to play together. I felt like they did, all the things we'd like to have done from an identity standpoint.
3-ball was huge for you guys tonight. Same looks that you have been getting, or do you think
for the most part, I'm
Yeah.
not going to sit there and say, I tweaked our whole offense in 36 hours, but, we tried to move around I wouldn't say we put anything new in, but we tried to move players in different positions. Certainly, I think in the first half it helped, when we had – Joffrey made some threes, which helped. I think anytime your 4-man makes threes, it just helps your offense. And, Domas didn't necessarily have a great offensive night, but Joffrey made some shots for us. Anthony Morrow made some shots. Those guys, we've gotten good looks. But for me, we make 13 threes tonight. We can't just rely on that. We got to rely on our defense. We had one bad quarter defensively, gave 34 points in the third. We scored 22, which wasn't great. But, you hold them down, you go into the fourth quarter feeling a little bit better. And I really thought the 3 quarters defensively for us, we defended at a pretty high level.
Just quick follow-up. Do you feel like Andre's cutting in the first half opened some things up for you also?
Tried to do some things with him, and that would be my point, is to try to move him around a little bit and try to create some situations where he could cut. The first play we tried to get him on a cut to the basket. They did a really good job guarding it. I think we scored on the first possession we had. But just trying to get him some opportunities, based on the ways, because he's being guarded it's totally different than it was last year. With what he's doing, and I've got to try to help him. And I think going into shoot around, trying to give him some things to do and just moving him in some different spots. But to be honest with you, it was all Andre. He read the defense, he made the decision, he made the cuts.